Okay, cool. All right, so having a look here at the part 1 of the exercise. So you have to create a migration that adds a director field to the movies table. The director field should be a string containing the name of the movie's director. Hint, use the add column method of active record migration to do this.
Okay, so it's just like, damn, I can't use the terminal. But it
No,
will be like Rails generate migration. What's that
yeah.
name? Add director to movies.
Okay, so we need to add the column to the movies table, is that right? App,
Yes.
models, we've got movies, right. So I'll do the Rails stuff on the console. Can you see it there?
Yes, I can.
So add column director to movies. And I think if you pass it,
Director as a string, it will add it.
yeah, like that. Is that right? Is that the right syntax?
Yes, I think so.
Cool. Okay, go check out that migration. Let's see what it looks like.
Okay.
Add column to movies director string.
Okay.
Cool. There's another part we need to do as well. It says in order to mass assignment of this, we need to add director to the attribute accessible arguments in the movie.rb model.
Okay.
Okay, so do you want to do that part?
Yes, I'll do that. So it should be director like that.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think that's it.
Alright, and then just write db test prepare.
I think we should go db migrate first, I think, just to test it. Just for future reference, if you ever want to test migrations, right? So say like I've done that now, it's added the column, you can also go roll back.
Okay.
That rolls back to migration as well. So it removes the column. It does the opposite of whatever your the change method says. Okay,
It just
so let's
rolls it back.
run, yeah. So let's go rake db test prepare. So we'll run that. Okay, so I think that's the first part, isn't it?
Yes.
What else does it say? Remember that once the migration is applied, run that. Okay, so I think that's it. We don't even need to post a URL for this or anything.
No.
Alright, cool. So let's move on to the next. Shall we do part 2?
Yes. Well, that was simple.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, let's just read. Let me just read through this section. I didn't really look at this properly yet. Looks like they've got a bunch of paste-bin scenarios that we need to add to our code.
Okay. So that will be.
So where do we stick these files? So this is the paths file. Okay. So let's just do this. So in features support paths.rb. So let me just create that file. Okay. And I'll just take all of this from the sample and paste bin. So we've got features already somewhere, don't we?
I don't see it.
Oh, we don't have a path. Oh, there is there. A, B, C, D, but it's not showing up on the thing for some reason. Now it even has paths set up already. Ah, damn. Mad Eye screwing this over again. I don't know why it's not showing up here. Let me try stop the Meta and restart it quickly.
Okay.
It should give us the same URL. Yeah, there we go, that did it. So we've got features now. Can you see it? Features,
Yes, I can see
support.
it.
So into paths, we need to paste that code.
From Pastebin.
Yeah, that's it says here. Possibly adding a line or two to this file. Feature, search for movies by director.
Didn't we add the search by director feature or something?
Let's just have a look here. No, because I think in the first part it was just set up the cucumber stuff. We didn't really add any files, did we?
No. But I remember, you know, that first part, that forward, the homework for help, that video.
Mm-hmm.
In there, I remember the guy created like a new feature for that.
Maybe that's what it doesn't. I'm just following the instructions. Let me just read through here again quickly. Okay, so we provided 3 cucumber scenarios to drive creation of the happy path for search for movies by director. Third handles. Okay, so this is referring to that file. I don't think we need to do anything yet.
Okay.
So it says here, so going one cucumber step at a time, use RSpec to create appropriate controller and model specs to drive the creation of a new controller and model methods. At the least, you'll need to write tests to drive the creation of a RESTful route to find similar movies. Use the match syntax. Okay, let's just add this simple carve Rails thing here first. So are we going to create these files from scratch? Is that what they want us to do?
I think so, yes.
Okay, so I've added the simple carve stuff to Rails. Okay, let me try. Okay, I'm just going to install auto test quickly on the environment. So I don't understand, like, how they're going to verify our stuff without any how they want us to set this up without giving us any sort of templates that we need to follow, because, like, I mean, I don't know what they want us to add. A RESTful route to find similar movies.
Did you require that simple carve at the env.rb as well?
The what, sorry?
You see that simple cover or whatever you added now?
Yeah.
It's at the top of spec helper and then feature/support/env.rb as well.
Wait, sorry, just show me. Okay, wait, let me look over here.
Okay, let me show it on the screen.
Yeah, there you go, I've got it. Which line are you looking at?
Okay, if you check out my
Mm-hmm.
there you see that features.support or /support as well.
Which line are you looking at?
No, not in the code, in the homework description.
Uh-huh.
Can you see my screen share?
Okay.
Yes, there.
Oh, and that file as well. Okay. You want to do it?
Okay. Right.
Let's try and look here now. Where is the director stuff? Has that not been added yet? Or do they want us to do that?
I think they want us to do that.
Okay. So where do you think we should start now?
I think we should add that because in that video under features they created the file search by director feature.
Just hang on 1 second, sorry. Sorry, daughter's here playing games. Okay, sorry, you were saying?
Okay, anyway, so I can't create any files, but in the video they created like a search by director feature, and then they pasted all of that stuff from Pastebin in there, and from there they ran the tests, and like whenever something failed they will go back and like do the code for that.
Okay, cool. So you need me to create a search underscore by underscore director dot feature file inside the features directory.
Yes.
Inside support, or which directory must I put it in?
I think just under features.
Just straight on the features, okay. Alright, so I'm going to the console. Can you see the console still?
I can see the console. No, I can't actually.
I think it died as well when we restarted MadEye. Maybe just refresh your console.
Okay.
Okay, I think mine's back.
Yes,
Yeah, okay, cool. So we need to touch features, search by director, eh?
Yes.
Is that good?
Yes.
Okay, so now we look at that and we need to paste that code in here.
Yes.
Alright, I'll do that quickly. Okay, there's the code.
Okay, so now when we run the tests, we will see which like step definitions do we need to add, and you know
Yes.
which
Alright, cool. That makes sense. Alright, so what do I need to run here? Just a reg spec, yeah? And I think that will give us the spec features. That's not the right ones.
Isn't it reg exec what?
Bundle exec reg cucumber.
Yes.
I don't think we'll need the bundle exec here. Let's just check. Let's just go reg cucumber. Okay, cool. So we got something.
Okay, you can implement the step definitions for undefined steps with these snippets. Okay, so I guess we need to implement those.
Okay, so the given one, where is it's part of the spec, I'm assuming. Okay, so given the following movies exist, so we need to create a feature or step definition, right?
Yes.
Are these web steps, these seem to be like defaults, eh?
Yes, don't we need like, you remember the previous exercise we did? We had like movie steps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we need to add that here somewhere. So if you
That
look
was
at the when, then, so we got whens and thens, we need givens. Should it be in a separate file?
I think it should be, you know where web steps is? I think we need just a movie steps.rb.
Okay, I'll do that quickly. Whoops, I put it in the wrong folder, didn't I?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, hold on a sec. Movie steps to features. Okay, so we need to add our stuff in here.
Yes, so it's this. Do you think I can paste from the terminal? No.
That sucks.
So
we need the require URI
can you
and the
maybe
require CGI part, right? What do you need?
that you can implement step definitions for undefined steps? I thought we are going to do those.
Okay. I think maybe I'm like falling behind you a bit with like stuff that we need to do. Hold on a second. So
Okay.
given the following movies exist, so we need to create a given task, right? In the movie steps.
We need to create those two step definitions for the tests to pass. So I think we can just copy that, you know, that regex given and then the regex part, and then we can just fill in the quotes between the given and the end.
Okay. Yeah, should we look at what we did in the previous thing? It might help, eh?
Yes, I think so.
Are you doing that?
Yes.
Okay, maybe you just need to. So you can't copy paste from your side, eh?
No.
Okay, hang on a second. Features, step definitions, movie steps. Let's open it with Sublime. Okay, cool. So I'm just going to do this. Movie steps. Okay, so that's a start, right? That's basically the same thing, isn't it?
Yes.
That's exactly what we need, right?
Yes.
Is that what you were saying all along? Sorry. Should I run very quickly just to see if at least that's running?
Okay.
Okay, cool. So next, are we going to start right at the top and move down, or what?
Yes, we can do that.
Okay. All right. Cool. So this is one of the web steps it's complaining about on line 48.
On line 48 of feature step 2.
So the page name is edit page for alien. Sure. So we're going to map that to like a page path.
Yes.
Okay, so that's not really the right. That's not really the right syntax. Let's just have a look at rake roots quickly. So we've got the edit page, right? So the edit movie path. See there on the console, right? So we actually need to go to the edit movie path. We need to use alien because alien is a unique thing for the name of the movie, and we need to pass it the ID.
Okay.
So we need to create our own thing here. So we need to say when, same sort of syntax, right? Question mark. Because the text definition said when I go to the edit page for alien, when I go to the plus page, right, for plus. Did I enter something wrong here? Oh, yeah, I forgot that. What did I enter wrong there that's causing it to go red? When I type go to the plus page for what's annoying about? I'm sorry. Okay, how about that? So when I visit the
page name,
not the page, yeah, the page name and the movie name.
when I go to page name for, yes,
Let's
movie
actually do
name.
this. Let's just do this when we go to the edit page for Alien, right?
Yes, okay, that's much easier.
Movie is equal to v dot find by name. There. Now we can say visit edit underscore movie for the movie. You understand what's happening there, right? Because you've got the name of the movie.
Yes.
So there mustn't be a space there, I think. So we got the name of the movie. We get that out, right, using our regular expression. So we find the movie by name, and then we say visit the edit movie path for this movie.
Movie. Okay.
That is the right roots thing, right? Yeah, edit underscore movie. So let's try run that and see what happens. We should pass at least the first scenario for everything. Did it? Didn't like
No.
that.
Ambiguous match.
Ambiguous match for I. Oh wait, it's got more than one match. Right? It's complaining that these both match, I think.
Don't you think that method just above the one you wrote is the ambiguous one?
It is. Yeah, but I don't know if we'll need it somewhere else. But anyway, let's try that. We'll just comment it out. So you see I'm running this thing now. It's running on a virtual machine, hey? The part that we're using. This isn't running on my laptop, the whole exercise.
Okay. All right. Undefined method find by name.
That's weird. What version of Rails are we running here? 3.2, that should work. Movie.find by name. Let's just do this quickly. Rails console. So movie, we do have a movie, right? Yes. Do we?
Nice.
Yeah.
I think, aren't we maybe on like going the wrong way with this? Because if you read like the last sentence of this part 2, It will require creating a new step definition and possibly adding a new line or two to the feature support paths.rb. Shouldn't we maybe leave the step, that one we did now, just like that, and add like the roots to the path.rb or something?
Maybe. Okay, let me just have a look at that. Where is the paths under support?
Your feature support and then paths.rb.
Maybe. This is all new to me. When I go to okay, so when? Yeah, I suppose we can do that actually. That makes more sense than what we were about to do. So if we go, we would need when.
So when
Starts with
the edit page for
what was it exactly? The edit page for alien.
So then so then it should go to movies and the movie name. What's
So
the path? It's /movies movie name dot or /edit.
Edit movie path. And then, but $1 is not what we want. So $1 would be this over here, right? Which would be in the first case aliens, right?
Yes.
So we say edit movie path. We need to find the movie first. Where's that web steps? Did we delete all that stuff that we were doing? Good. So we need to now go. Sorry, I just want to check something quickly. Movie find by name. Looks like they've updated this.
Look at that example they did underneath.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. But the problem is we've got $1, right? Because we've added this line over here, which is great. So we've got $1, but
so
we need to find the movie, not the name. We need to give it an ID. So edit movie path is expecting an ID. That's why we need to get the movie. I mean, they find by should be a method name. That's weird. And it's equal to.
Get movie ID.
Oh wait, what columns do we have? I think maybe this isn't it's title, hey, not name. That's what we're doing wrong. Okay, so we can go movie equals movie dot find by title $1. So maybe that will make it easier for you to understand. Yeah. Yeah, I just did it in the console. Have a look at the console.
Okay. Movie.
Yeah, we've got one green.
Okay.
Should we fill these other ones first? Like the details page, the given ones, should we get those out the way?
Yes. Let's.
You want to do them?
Okay.
It's exactly the same concept. If you just have a look at the console there, so we've got rake roots, So we're just going to have movies path, and you're going to pass. So it's not edit movie path, it's just movies or movie path. Where's the show? Yeah, just movie underscore path, and you pass the movie to it. It's exactly the same as what we've got there, except it's when the details page 4, Alien. Let me guess, you got that from Radwana, hey? Like copy pasting everything all the time. She loves copy paste.
But it works so well.
Copy paste is not a programming tool.
Yes, I know. Okay, so
so yeah, you just have to change 2 little things there, and then it'll work.
even I am on the details page. Okay. Details page. Is that correct? Yes.
Looks like it, except we're not going to the edit path, we're going to the movie path.
Movie path. Like that.
Yeah, give that a save, and I'll run it.
Okay.
So we should have like 3 green parts now. Boom. Ah, cool, we've got 7 passing now.
Okay.
Okay, so now we need to go and fill in the director with this cot. I'm just trying to think now. We've just added the director column, correct?
Yes.
So we don't have that field yet. If we look at the thing, like you click on one of the movies, for example. Oh crap, it's on another port now.
Okay, that tunnel isn't working anymore.
Yeah, but I think because I restarted it, I don't know if it started on a different port. Hold on, let me see if I can find it here. Where the hell did we do that? Restart. 58635, is that the port I got here? No, it's a different port. I'll give it to you. Let me just double check. Yeah, okay, so I'm looking at this. Where are you? There you are. Just have a look in your chat thing. Yeah, if you go to the edit, the edit screen does not have a director form field in it.
Okay, I think I read something about that.
You must add it in, right?
Yes, the second lets you click a new link on the movie details page, find movies with same director.
Okay. So shall we do that?
Okay.
So first of all, let's have a look at the movies controller, the edit form index. We've got a whole bunch of stuff here. Wow, they got a pretty ugly index, eh? Have you seen the index controller method?
No, it's still loading on my side.
Wow, that's really bad.
Shoo.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. So on the edit, all they're doing is they've got movie.find params, right? So they're just getting a movie out, so all the details are going through. So we need to change the movies edit.html.haml file.
So do we need to put in a link?
Yeah, so like something like that.
Okay, and then just
save that. And if you refresh the page now, you should have a director field there. Yeah, there you go. So now Cucumber should maybe pass. I don't know. Let's check. Because it will find director now.
Mm. Okay.
Okay, cool. Cool. All right, so now then the director of Alien should be Ridley Scott. Cool. Let's go back here. So now we need to fill that step in, right?
Yes, that's that step definition we need to implement.
Okay. Step definitions, movie steps. So this means we have to create our own then in the movie steps, right? You want to go for it? Let me let you drive for a bit. How's that?
Okay. Ugh. Let's do this. All right. Okay, then the director. What's that? Then the director of should be. Where am I typing? Should be. And then let's do this. Nelson,
Sorry, yeah.
are you still there?
Yes, I am. Sorry. Yeah. So now the first part is the movie name.
Movie name and then the
Movie
second.
title. Sorry. Movie title. Let's rather call it movie title.
And director name.
Or just director. I think
Alright.
it's fine. Cool.
Okay. Those brackets are on. Okay, let's just remove them. Okay, that's fine, right?
Yeah. So obviously this does nothing. So we need to take one of the web steps. Is that right? Or the selectors. Sorry, we need to look at the selectors. Oops, sorry. Let me look at our files. The stuff we did in the previous.
The director should be. Can't we do something like a movie defined by title?
Yeah.
Movie title. And then that director should be no, this isn't expected. So it should be equal to director.
Yeah, that's good. Except we do need dot should.
Do we need should? Okay.
Like that.
Okay.
Okay, shall we run that quickly?
Yes, let's do that.
Oh, should be. There's a bracket error here somewhere. I think that's it there. And another thing as well. Okay, yeah, you did the brackets correctly. This dollar thing at the end is not right. It should be like that.
Okay.
Okay, let's try that. There, that's with the whole first spec passing.
Okay, awesome. When I find movies with the same director. Okay.
And now this is that next one. Now, if you have a look at part 2 on the index, this is the whole thing. We have to create a RESTful route to find similar movies, blah, 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 blah. So I think this is the part where they want us to write specs for it as well.
Okay.
So at least you'll need to write tests to drive the creation of. So we have to create a RESTful route to find similar movies that match the same director. Okay, so let's do that first. If we have a look at our reg routes, well, let's start with the spec. We've got our controller. Sorry?
Spec.
So we've got a movies controller, right? So I just got a quick call. Can I just mute you for 2 minutes?
Okay.
Hey, Alicia. Sorry about that. If you're still there.
Sorry, I muted my mic.
No, it's cool. Sorry, I've been trying to book a jumping castle for my daughter's birthday, and like that's been a bloody mission. So I had to take that call just to make sure that we got it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, cool. So what's next?
Okay, so it's that second paragraph. We are at the find movies with the same director, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for this, we have to modify the existing show movie view, and we'll need to add a route, view, and controller method. will find with same director.
Alright, cool. So let's start with the spec, I think, eh?
Okay.
So we have to create a movie controllers spec file. Let
Yes.
me do it quickly. So we need to create a directory and spec called controllers. I wonder if Rails has got a generator for this. Rails generate. That's only got an RSpec install. Okay, let me just create the file. Touch spec controllers movie. It's movie underscore controller. Eh? Movies.
Yes, movies underscore controller underscore spec.
Okay, cool. So there's the file. Let's go look at spec controllers, movies controller spec. Okay, first thing we need is right at the top. Okay, I'm going to start up auto test for this, okay? So
Okay.
it'll just run in the console there and we can see exactly what's happening. Require spec upper. Yeah, it's picking up a spec file. So the first thing we do is always,
Describe
and we just look at the name here. What's the name of the controller? Movies controller,
movies.
yes. So this is a nice, easy way. If you remember that stuff from the code retreat, that's
Yes.
a nice way to sort of like, you know, if that class doesn't exist or it's not imported correctly into your Rails project, it will fail at that point straight away because it's looking for that, right? Okay, then you've got a concept of describe and context. So let's say describe get. So what will this path be? We've got to rake roots. Where's our rake roots? Oh, they're gone now. I'm just going to do it on a separate window. Yeah, so we've got a movie path. So we need like a director path below that, I think.
Movies character.
So let's call it like this: movies / movies director, like that.
Okay.
So that's our path, right?
And
First
then
thing.
it.
Okay, so no specs passing or anything yet. Okay, so that's going to be our route. You happy with that?
Yes.
So we're going to get all movies by director. So before any of that, do we even have factory goals set up or anything? We don't. This is rather annoying. This is going to take a while.
So we are going to have to like stop and mock everything or what?
Yeah, we actually need to get factory goal up and running. So I've got example projects. It's not a big deal, but I mean, geez, this is really like to do this properly. We're not. If we go to the movies director path, it's going to give us, you know. I suppose we don't actually need to mock anything at this point. We can just verify that it calls the correct where method and all that stuff, right?
Yes, we can do that.
Okay, so before do, and we're going to get Does that sound crazy? Make director equal someone. Don't actually care, right?
Yes.
So you understand what let does, right? So let is just like a lazily evaluated value. So when we call director here, it will execute the let block and whatever you've given it, and it returns that as a value.
Okay.
So it's a nice way to define stuff.
Mm.
So let's start with the simplest case. Returns HTTP. Okay, status. It. It. There. And that's a good specs, right?
Okay.
There. Cool. So we're going to fill them in.
Yes. Okay. This OK status. How will you check for that?
Okay, so this, like, they didn't really use that in the lecture, but I mean, I always find this is a relevant point to test all the time, because I mean that's part of what the HTTP status that you get back from calling a controller method is pretty intrinsic to the way any HTTP stuff works, right? So you can write this. $200, right? This is going to fail, obviously, because we don't have anything set up or routes or nothing, right?
Okay.
But you can also write this in an easier way, right? So the 200 status is labeled to HTTP OK status. So you could also do this, because response also responds to this method, right?
Okay.
So you can also say responds to the underscore OK. Remember that B thing that they went through in the lecture?
Yes.
Yeah, so there's it there, right?
Okay.
Let's see, this controller.
It fetches the relevant movie.
Now let's not do any of the tests yet. Let's get the roots and everything else running first, right?
Okay.
So maybe just do that for now. Also, I think we need to stub out the models and everything else as well. Okay, so let's concentrate on getting the roots up and running first. So we go to config roots. There. Right, so that, I don't know if that's 100% right, but let's just go to the console quickly. So if you go rake roots, no, that's not quite what we wanted. So let's see what that does. Oops.
Wow.
Yes, it failed tremendously. So let's just do this. So I think what we can actually say is movies hash by like that.
Okay.
There.
Movie ID by director. Okay.
So we don't want all of that though. We just want movies by director. Okay, let's just do this rather, just to simplify things. And then I'm going to do this as well. Okay, so now if we have a look at rect roots, what that as block did is, if you have a look at the very last line there that we got back. You see there, now we've got a movies by director path that we can use.
Okay.
So like, you know, when you do our specs, we used edit movie path and movies path. We now can use movie by director path as well. And that will go to the movies controller and call the by director method.
Okay.
Well, let's make that pluralized. I think that's better. So cool. You happy with that, eh?
Yes.
I hope that'll work. Let's just see. Does it still moan about? Could complain that it doesn't recognize the path. Let's see. See? Okay, cool. So you see what's happened now in our results. It mapped correctly to the controller, and it's telling us that there's no method called by director in our movies controller. So you want to add that in?
So we need to go and add that. What was that name? Nelson?
So you're without the movies part. So it's just by director, because we're already in the movies controller, right? Cool. So now if you click save,
Okay.
you'll see it still fails. It will say missing template or something. Cool. That's good. So that just means that we're not redirecting or rendering anything at this point. It doesn't know what to do with that method, right? That's fine. Let's leave it there. Let's return back and flesh our tests out a bit more, I think.
Okay.
What was that one? I forget now. To check to see if a particular thing is called.
What do you mean?
So we need to check, like at this test here, right? Remember there was that the very first lecture he did. What was that syntax again for expect certain thing to be called? So we're going to expect the where method to be called with?
Oh, object should receive with.
Yeah. So movie.
I made a note on that last night.
Should receive where, a call to where. With the hash equal to our director that we passed it. Right?
Yes.
So see, this before block is not really appropriate here, I think. Okay, so I'm missing template twice.
Missing template.
Okay, cool. Let's just say render index for now in the movies controller.
Okay.
Because we want to render the index template here. Okay, cool. Cool. So you see what's happening on the console there?
Yes.
Cool. So now I'll make that test pass. Can you figure out what we need to do?
Okay. This last one.
Yeah. So we need to pass it movies, right? And we want to find all the movies where it gives you a director, right? All the movies that match a particular director. So what are we going to do? Look at the index action, right? The very last line in that thing. It says movies at movies equals find all by rating.
Okay.
So now we're not worried about rating. We're just worried about showing find all by
director.
yeah. Or we're not interested in the find all. We're interested in going. Let me do it for you. The movies is equal to movie dot where. You understand? That test that we did, we said we're going to call where. This method should call where and
Yes.
call that function.
Okay.
Cool. So you see that we've got two tests passing.
Okay.
Do you understand what we did there? The index path just shows all the movies in the table. What we're
Yes.
saying here is we want to show all movies by the director. Where they, so like show me all the movies in the list that have this director listed next to them. And then we're going to reuse the index template and just pass all the movies that match it back.
Yes.
So there's one more spec left.
Okay. One spec. It's this. Okay. Renders the index template. That one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is it should render or
Yeah, I think it should render or should render template or something like that. So we need to go.
no, it's not that. Let me just Google it. I can't remember.
Okay.
Please. They said something like should render, but I can't remember what it was now.
Okay, well, let's redirect to. We're not redirecting to anywhere, so we are rendering a template called index, right? Except we haven't. So we need to do a get first. So let's add that in there. Boom. It's passing.
Okay.
So that's good for that one. Yeah, so that's one thing. We're not worried about the model. We don't need to test anything around where because we know how where works. Okay. RESTful routes for find similar movies. Okay, yeah, we don't want to do that. A controller method to receive the click on find with same director and grab the ID, for example, of the movie that is subject to match. We did this the wrong way around. Read point number 2.
Oh, damn it. Find similar movies. Yes. So should we rewrite that?
Okay, so I thought we were just going to pass the director name along. I thought that made the most sense to me.
Okay, but we should send an ID and grab the ID of the movie. Ugh.
Yes. So we've got to have a movie. I think I was hoping to get around this, but I think we need to include factory goal here. You know that.
Okay.
Hang on, let me just read through this controller thing again. The sound is a bit annoying. Okay, controller method should receive a click on found with same director and grab the ID of the movie that is the subject of the match.
We didn't add that link, did we?
Not yet. We're just still doing the root, right?
Okay.
Okay, so we did, if we go to config roots, we need to change this around a little bit. So if we look at config roots, the way we had it originally was actually just fine. So you go roots, resources do, and we've got get by. Okay, so if we have a look at break roots now, we just exit the tests. See, now look at the top root. That's what we actually want then. So we've got movies. We pass a movie ID, and we say by director.
Okay.
That's cool, right?
Yes.
Let's look at that. Saved. Let's just run the rec roots again.
Nelson, can you just hold on for a second?
Yeah.
I just need to speak to the one lady.
Okay, cool. I'm just going to fix up these roots and see if we can get all the tests passing again.
Okay, I'm back.
That was quick. You didn't give me a chance to read the stuff here. Okay, so we got the root, right? The controller method should receive that and grab the ID of the movie that is subject of the match.
So it's movies, movie ID, and then by director that's supposed to show the matches. By director, okay.
Okay, so basically what they want is, okay, so a root that you can search for a movie by director, right? Then we've got somewhere we'll add in the view, probably in the show view for the movie, right? We can add a button that says find with same director. That's fine. Then we grab the ID from that and we pass it on. And then they say a model method in the movie to find movies whose director matches that of the current movie. Okay, cool. That we could just change the logic around a little bit there and we can get that up and running. And then this one over here, it's actually decide whether you want to handle the sad path of no director in the controller method or in the model method. But you must provide a test for whichever one you do. But if we're passing a movie ID and then we're searching on that director, there's always at least one match. Right? So why do we need to do a test to handle the no director path? There'll never be a no director path because every movie there's at least one movie linked to every director that we would search by. You know what I'm saying?
So maybe what they are trying to say is there's no director, in the database. So,
but still, then you would search by director, a blank, string, or null, and you'd have at least one matching the movie that you're searching from. Unless they want us to exclude the current movie from the list. Let's just have a look at the feature specs here. Maybe that'll give us a clue of what exactly they want. Add a director, find a movie with the same director. Given now on the details page for Star Wars, when I follow find movies with same director, I should be on the similar page's movie page for Star Wars. I should see that. Oh, okay. So look at the last scenario. So given I'm on the details page for Alien, I should not see Ridley Scott. I follow find movies with the same director. I should see on the home page. I should see Alien has no director info. Okay. So that's what they mean. I suppose what you're trying to say, right? So if it's blank, we must just say no director info.
Yes.
And that's that.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so
right.
you did the root, right?
Mm-hmm.
So can we do the view?
No, we need to change those tests quickly.
Okay.
Yeah, leave the view for now. We need to fix this here. We need to fix the controller in our tests. They're wrong.
Okay. It fetches.
So what our spec is actually supposed to say, we're not returning that. We're going to return, we need to have an actual movie here, right? So we could add factory goal, or for this simple test, we could just say let movie path is that. Movie.create. So what is it in the title?
And the director.
Hope it will let us create this title. It's not CoffeeScript. Title, director. Right? And what else? That's all we need, hey?
Yes.
What if it will let us create with just that? Okay, so what it said here we need is movie ID is should dry this out a little bit. Got too much repeated code everywhere. Okay, so the first one is okay.
Yes.
Get by director movie ID, expect response to be okay, fair enough. Movie should receive
Wow, my MADA is actually slow.
Is it?
I can hear you typing and then like after a few seconds it will show up.
Is it? That sucks.
Movie should receive.
So we're not going to pass in any methods. We've got the movie thing, right? And movie should receive find with. Do you understand what that test is doing now, right? It's because we're going to find the movie and then we're going to say, give me all the movies by director.
Okay.
It renders the index template and the response should be index. So what we're actually going to have is a context of is it moving a bit faster, your stuff now? So you understand, so we've got two different contexts we're going to test. So the one context is movie with a director and movie without a director.
Okay.
So I'm just going to run I'm just going to start up auto test again. Didn't like my maybe like that it will work. Okay, cool. Can't convert null into string. Oh, right, sorry. That should be find symbol. Okay, cool. Because we're not doing any of these calls, that's why it's failing, right? So we go back to our movie controller and we need to fix this path. So we need to say movie dot find by params ID.
Yes.
And then this here is movie
Find by.
what do we call it? We call it all by director or something like that.
Yes.
So these specs should now pass. No? Yeah, we're not in the right one, I think. Expected one got no. Did we write something wrong in our specs? Let's just have a look here. Is that fading?
Is?
Line 68 there and line 22. Oh, no.
By director.
Oh, you know what it is? We got our param is movie ID, not ID. That's what the problem is. So that should pass. Or not. Yeah, okay, so the second one is failing because there is no what's going on here? Why is that not passing? Oh, okay, that's not the test that's failing, it's the next one. Okay, so we don't actually care about rendering anything, so we should actually say don't think that's going to work. Yes, there's one more thing we can do there. I think I know what's wrong. The roots. It's allowed 2 now. So it's moaning about it's getting a string instead of an integer for the params. See, that it's expecting the integer 1 and it got 1. So maybe in the controller we need to do that. Oh, damn it. Okay, so look at our spec. It's saying here, undefined method or by director for null class. Is that the right syntax? What do we need to say when we want to return something?
Movie, find and return, shouldn't it be?
I wonder if that'll do it. Not quite what they wrote in the thing. Is it return?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, fine. That seems to be almost right. See, so it's saying there's no method or by director on movie. So I think any instance is pretty much stub that method for everything. No. Getting a bit annoyed now. What was the command again? Like if you want to send a mock object and then mock certain parts of it?
It's like
methods.
Do you want to know how to do the mock?
Yeah.
It was something like, let's call it mock. Object will be mock, and then it just pass like
movie or something.
movie, and then
if you want to pass a bunch of methods, you just give it as a hash. Is that right?
Yes, you can send, like, for example, title. Text. Let's do that. I think,
Okay.
yeah, it was like that.
So what we actually need to mock is that by director. And we just want to return empty array for now. It's fine, I suppose. It's the movie object. So it returns itself, right? In the list.
Okay, stop.
All by director, sorry. Ah, come on, man.
So there's only 2 failures now, whereas previously there was 3.
Okay, yeah, so I see now that's the first OK status test that's failing. So this is line 24 now. Ah, this is getting a bit annoying, isn't it? So now that all by director thing is not working either. I've not used any instance before. I wonder if I would do it.
I've never used it before.
So that's just saying, like, you know, that just says for a class method, go all by director. So what you're saying is any instance. So when you create a new object, any new object's method called all by director is supposed to get stubbed out. Okay, let me do this here quickly. Movie. There. Okay, at a high level. Before every one, stub that method out with the mock object.
Okay.
Should receive all by director. Okay. The mock object should receive all by director. Boom. Oh, right.
Okay, cool.
Jeez. Just complaining about deprecation. Let's just get rid of that. There. Okay. Sheesh. That was a mission and a half. I think the problem is as soon as you pass the mock object, we're not talking to the movie class anymore. We're talking to the mock objects when we do the all by director thing. That's painful. Okay. You want to give this one a shot?
Which one is that?
when we don't have a director.
Oh, okay. Context movies without correct.
Let me just clean up here a bit at the bottom while you look at that. Here's the passing.
Okay,
so what should we do at this point? I think according to the thing, we should display a flash message somewhere saying that you don't have any directors. So what I'm thinking what we can do in the controller is if the movie does have a director,
yes.
we do that logic, right? If it doesn't have a director, if the director is blank, we redirect to the show page for the movie, and we send a flash message that, like the cucumber spec is.
Okay.
It should narrate that the correct thing is it should redirect to. Just have a look at the roots here. It should redirect to the movie underscore. Just say to movie path. It should redirect to relevant movie path.
Do you want to add a spec for the banner or the message as well?
Yeah. We need to check that the flash is set, right? Should set a relevant flash message.
Okay.
Okay. That's it, really. That's all the other one should do. Right, so let's start with the easiest one first.
Okay. Shoot.
No, remember? Redirect to.
Redirect to. Okay, and it should redirect to the movies path, right?
Movie path, right? That's a movie. Movie underscore path. And then you're going to pass it the movie.id to create the path. No. Actually, you can just do that.
Okay.
I think that should even work. Let's check if we get any syntax errors. Nope.
Okay.
Redirect to. Okay, cool. Good. Let me find the flash message and I'll fill this one in. You go look at the controller so long and work out what we need to do there.
Okay.
Just look at the features here. What message is it expecting? Okay. How do we check for the flash messages again? Do you remember that?
No.
Wait, I'll look it up.
I remember it should be something like flash square brackets like success, and then shoot equals whatever.
Okay, hold on. I think I found some here. So flash, I suppose this will be info, eh? So I'm going to say expect flash info to equal Flash. Okay, cool. I think those tests are correct now.
Okay.
Actually, you can copy that straight out of my spec if you want to.
Can I? Okay. Okay.
Whoops. What the hell just happened to the file?
Oh, damn it.
Okay, there, I reverted it. I don't know what happened there. And you just put it back again.
Ugh.
Okay, no, it's cool now. It's good. I had to
Okay.
revert it, sorry.
Yes, I see. It's fine. Okay, so if movie.
So that or statement that you had, you can just write movies.director.blank question mark. It does the same thing.
What? If movie.
So what you got there, dot, blank, checks for both empty and null.
Okay. Then it should.
There's no then. Now carry on. I'll fix it.
We said it should redirect to the movies path, right?
Movie path. So for individual movie.
The path, like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you must tell it what movie. So,
Oh, yes, sorry.
cool, let's see now. Right, the double expected got the director thing. Okay, so we broke the other test now. Not a big deal. We should go back here and say it's our mock object that we need to work on. Where is Mr. Mock Object? So all by director is that. Dot. Oops. Okay, so one test failing, 2.
Yes. Equal to movie. Well, okay, info, and I think I used notice.
Okay, I'll change. That's probably better. Notice is probably better. I'll change it. But we still have one failing test. No, we still got 2 unexpected ones.
Expected response to be.
Okay.
What's
So,
that? Expected the response to be a redirect, but was 200.
so it's not redirecting. Your if statement, even for this one without director, is still going through. Let's just put some blocks here to debug a little bit. So this is an RSpec mock as well. Hold on a second. Controller spec. 1, 2, 3, those are the passing ones. This one failed. Why? That's strange. Okay, so it's not redirecting. And it's also, why is it not redirecting? Is it because it's not doing a movie.find? That's strange. Why am I not redirecting? Yeah, I'm not understanding that. So we've got movie without director. We're creating a movie and director is nothing. Just to make sure. I'm confused. Because got that there, we've got this mock object here. It's only getting called 3 times. We have 3 specs in here, and it runs on all 3 of these. So there's no specs running in this one. Here we create a movie. Could that be a problem, I wonder? No. Wait a second. We're not doing the actual get. That's why there's nothing happening there.
Where in the spec now?
We're not doing a get anywhere. That's why it's not doing anything. Sorry, maybe we've been doing this for too long. There. Now it should pass. We weren't doing the get call to the controller, so movies or none of the controller logic was ever getting executed.
Yes. Okay.
So we've got our specs running. I think I'm fairly happy with that. What do you think?
Yes. Okay. So do we need to run the cucumber tests now again and see?
I don't think anything's going to pass there. But yeah, we've got sort of the logic. We need to add the button in to do the querying, right? Okay, so this step over here, the when I follow find movies with the same director. Okay, so we need to add that link.
Okay, so that's in the views.
Go back to our features. I think under web steps there's a when I follow thing, isn't there? Yeah, when I follow, do link. So click that link. So we need to create a link called that there somewhere.
I think on the show page we can just do a, like a link.
Yes, that's exactly what we need to do. Okay, you're gonna go for it. I'll watch you.
What should be that name? Find what?
I'll give it to you. I'll type it in.
Okay.
And the root is, I'll tell you in a second.
Movie path. movie.
And then I'll tell you now. Ah.
And what's the fourth?
1 second, hang on a second. I was in the wrong project. I'm like, where the hell's our roots gone? I was in homework 3 on this one screen. Yeah. So.
Oh.
That's it, you don't need that, I don't think. It's just like that.
Okay. Movie spot director. Add movie, okay?
And then again. That's weird.
What's
So
happening?
one of the specs it passed and the other one it didn't.
Undefined method or what?
And, oh yeah, we haven't implemented the model yet. Duh. Okay, so we should actually write some specs around that, you know that.
Okay.
Damn it, so this is going to become very difficult. Let's just implement the model thing. The model should be really simple, so I don't know what we'll actually be testing there. Okay, so we go to models, movie. Then we say yeah. That's it.
Okay.
Woo.
Oh. Undefined method each. What? Details page source and I follow.
Okay, so there's something wrong with our model probably. I think this is our template that's causing issues. Look, there's something else we've done wrong. You know, our redirect. We should redirect to the home page, not the movie's path. The movie path. Let's just fix that one quickly.
Okay.
So we need to just redirect to movie's path, not movie path. Movie. Okay, so that's correct according to the spec now. So if I run this now, we should pass. No? Root path, okay. Is that where you want us to redirect to? Oh, homepage is not correct. Sorry, that's wrong. We're not going to the root path. We have to go to the movies path. We need to change what then I should be on the homepage talks to. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, what did you say?
So look over here. Then I should be on the homepage. That very last one. That not. I'm ignoring that massive error message right now.
Yes.
But it says here. Then I should be on the homepage. The homepage is the /movies path, not the root path. So we need to adjust our. I'm just trying to get the easiest one running first right now. So we need to change this to movie path. So we should be able to get that last spec running now, I think. No? Sorry, my mistake. Just running Cucumber again. Boom. Okay, we got one spec passing now. Let's fix this other one. I think this is happening because the index page is expecting more things than what we're sending it. So if we go back here, if you look at the index method, we've got at movies, and we also have at all ratings and at selected ratings. So we need to create those two here. So let's do this. Almost.
Okay. Then I should be on a similar movie page. Damn it, shouldn't we create like a new view?
No, I think it needs to be on the home page. So it's just saying that there's no similar movies page for Star Wars. Okay.
We should do the mapping for that.
Yes.
So
I'm just. Do we have to create a new page for this one?
somewhere I read we should create a new view. Let me just get back to the.
Okay. So, I don't see anything here about a new view. I see them talking about a RESTful route, creating the link, adding a model. What about part 3? Maybe we've moved on to part 3 already. We don't even know it. No, part 3 is just submitting.
No, you're on top. It says, and you'll have to add a root view and controller method.
Where did you see that?
Okay, let me just show you on my screen.
Right. Okay, I see what you mean. A root we've added. We've added a controller method. Okay, so we have to create our own view then. All right, fine. Don't think that'll be too difficult. Okay, so we're not rendering index anymore. We are going to have a app use movie by tour. Cool. So go back to Mad-Eye. So we can take this out. I'm just going to break our tests. I'm going to go back to our spec. Okay, I'm just going back to our spec here for a second.
Okay. Nelson, just hold on for a second. Yeah. Did you just copy the...
Pretty much.
Okay.
So we say h1 as equals at movie.title. Form tag. Okay, we don't need this search stuff. Right.
No.
We're just going to go through all the movies and display them. We're going to remove this as well. How's that?
Okay.
Does that look good to you?
Yes.
Very simple little page. So, okay, now we broke everything again. Right, okay, I know what's wrong. We broke, so I had to make at movie instance variable. So we just got to do that. And all our specs should still pass. No. Where else are we using movie? There. And we don't need this nonsense here. Where else do we have it? Line 70. Okay, cool. So all our specs are passing. Okay, let's run with Cucumber, shall we?
Okay.
I don't know if our paths are 100. Do we still need to add that path in? Hey? Yeah, we need to add that the similar movies page for Star Wars. So we need to add that as a path. Do you want to do that?
Okay. No, that's one.
Not there, eh? The paths for the movies. In the Cucumber tests.
Okay. Oh, yes, that makes sense, eh?
This was a long one, eh?
Yes. What's that? Wing?
So it can be that same thing, except this needs to be this here, like this.
This and the movies page for Star Wars.
And it's that other path, hold on, I'll find it for you. So, yeah, exactly as you got it there, except we need to do that.
Okay.
Let's give this sucker a try and see what happens. Ah, crap, not roots. Boom.
Awesome.
And just to verify, we haven't broken anything. Cool.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So I think as far as I know, we've done everything, right? So our Cucumber stuff is passing. Part 3 is just submission. We need to tarball it and whatnot.
Okay.
I think that's it, eh?
Cool. Will you just send me the... Are you going to push it to GitHub or will you just send it to me over the chat?
I'll push it to GitHub. Let me just stop the broadcast and we can... Should I submit it while we're on the video still? I don't think we need to, eh?
No, but maybe we can do that and see if